Yeah. Do I
Okay,
have,
then. We're
do I
going
need
to.
do I
What?
need to wait for you to change the
No, 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 no. Go on. No. Good morning, friends.
hello everybody? How are you
No.
today?
Okay, let's see. We are
Change.
not, we are chilling. We're just, my phone is inside. That's why, Joe. It was
Oh,
dying. Um, yes, I'm outside again, Joe. Did I tell you? The guys are coming to fix the water heater or whatever the hell is it, the fan or whatever is busted. So I'm waiting for John to open up the door and say, "Take Hawkeye, please. Please, can you watch the dog?" Takes a couple of weeks for Hawkeye. He won't bite at all, but it takes him some time to get used to people. Balls, glorious balls, round, sweet, and fertile. Oh, I love balls. Trump's got 'em and then some.
he loves all balls.
I still, okay, I love Trump. I love him to death. I mean, I do criticize things like I can't stand Truth Social. I can't stand anything about the platform. I was only on it for like 10, 15 minutes before I realized I hate it. I don't like the name. We still didn't even put money. We're putting over like $1,500 or something, and we still haven't put it in yet. Because I'm still iffy about Truth Social, the platform, and Trump stock. It just bothers me. I don't know. I'd say it's good stock. Don't get me wrong. I just don't like it. So why would I invest in it? I don't know if he has stock in his wine, but that I would do. I don't drink wine anymore. I probably will never drink wine again because the sulfites kill you. But to each their own, so I don't care if somebody else drinks it. But the whole thing about the golf, Joe, kills me.
Huh? I know.
Um, well, you said it was kind of bothering you too.
Yeah, I'm not really okay with it. I don't, I wonder why did he do it?
And if he did it to make America seem more powerful, I just disagree. I just disagree. It doesn't do anything for me as an American citizen. In fact, we have a New Mexico as a state. Now, I understand, like you said yesterday, he did it for Central and Northern and South America. I get that. I don't give a shit. You're just as bad. You're just as bad as those that were able to change. And you can't, I don't know where he got this idea from. I get it. I mean, I get it though. I get it. We have the waterways. We've got 65% are ours, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
But the audacity, the egoism, it's not my cup of tea. I mean, leave well enough alone. You know? If you want to change something, then change fucking Prince William Highway. All right? Or Al Sharpton Street, or I'm sure there's something like that. Go change that shit. Not something so major that I know a lot of shit is online, maps and stuff. I know it's online, but there are people that have done this by hand for profession. It's an art. Map making is an art, my friends. You must be an artist to draw. And some people take it even further. Eh, it's just like one of the worst decisions I've ever heard from Trump ever. And I know it's not Trump, it's one of his dumb polls. One of his idiots thought of it. RFK wouldn't even say it. I guarantee that man's too brilliant. I'm sorry. RFK should be our next president, not fucking Vance. I'm sorry. I will say that RFK is brilliant. He knows how to talk. These are things that Trump is brilliant in his own right. He's not masterful with well, like RFK can talk so well either, but his words are poetic and they're meaningful and they're deep. Trump, everybody loves him because he's Trump, you know,
Yeah.
good old
Mhm.
Trump. But it doesn't mean that everybody that works for him or Trump himself has done everything right. And this was a big no-no. This is ego. I, I, I think the world is not going to like it. Like, like I said, I don't know how he did it. He can, I guess he can, I don't know how he did that. A proclamation is law, as far as I remember.
But the
So,
proclamation was just to make February 9th Gulf of America Day.
no, he signed the proclamation. No, they're both proclamations. I just don't know how he did it. I don't know why or how or, but I'm gonna try not to get upset about it. It's obviously not the, this is the thing. It's as low on the totem pole as the flat earth is to me.
Do you think he did
That's
it
how
for?
stupid that was.
But do you think he did it as a revenge type thing? I do.
Okay, all right.
I do.
So he's got the book coming out. I is it this month? The end of the month? Or no, it's next month. He has his new book coming out, Revenge. And you know what's funny, guys? I wanted a name. I don't know if you remember, Joe, when I first took over the conspiracy group, that
Hmm.
group,
Right.
I named it Trump's Revenge. Funny that his book is named Revenge. I named it Trump's Revenge, but I changed it because I wanted people to realize it was a conspiracy group.
Right.
So I changed to conspiracies and Q and Trump and whatever. I don't know. Throw all those beautiful words in there. Let the analogs figure it out. And algorithms. I really wish I had an answer for that. And I really wish to know if that really
Dude,
made anybody happier. Did it? It didn't make me happy. It makes me feel like he did something stupid. Like, I just don't get. Give me a reason. Give me a reason. Because we own 65% of the waterway, fine, let it be known that we own 65% of the waterway on all maps here far out. But why change the name when it wasn't originally the Gulf of Mexico either? You looked it up, it had like two or three different names. They're not the names that I heard that I remember because it was a Spanish word. And you know
exactly.
what? If I had to guess, the reason why it's the Gulf of Mexico is because the people came over from Spain into Mexico, right?
Right.
They took that Gulf in there.
That's
So why would we change that? I mean, do they even know that? I can't even figure out where the fucking word California came from. So you got to tell me a bit of that history before I even agree with that. There's something wrong. No, I don't like that. Egoist. And that's one thing I was hoping, Trump could be funny and fool around with being, rich and powerful and whatnot. But when it comes down to this country, he better not be. Ever. Ever. No matter how much he sacrificed. You don't make fools out of us.
right. That
And I
is a
believe most of the world is going to find that move foolish, but I'm going to leave it at that. He does have balls otherwise. Beautiful, round, sweet, fertile balls. I don't know where that shit comes from. I do like men. Like men. uh, okay. So we have to figure, I got to get my phone, Joe. You wanted to talk about a little bit. You did. We didn't really have a subject. We didn't even talk this morning. Joe woke up kind of late, but wasn't there something you said? There was something. I can't remember what you talked about. You're not going to remember either, are you?
Hold on, I got
You
got to
got it.
maneuver around the corner. There's a semi there. You would hit me right away. Uh, there was something that came out today. Oh, today is the deadline for the
That's
government
it.
workers to take their buyout.
Bad,
Take your
bad,
buyout or
bad,
lose your job without any buyout.
bye, bye. You guys don't want to hear my
Oh
devil voice.
no.
I sound really nasty. I scare the Joe, I've done my devil voice to you, right? What happened, Joe?
I go this way. I'm
Did you get
fucking almost out of gas. Fuck, I'm riding right on
You are
E.
batting 1,000 today, my friend.
I am batting a
Joe.
thousand, man. I didn't even know.
Joe.
Of
Gracias.
course, you did.
That was fucking Japanese. I hope no Japanese watch this because that would probably scare the shit out of them. Oh God. Okay. So yeah, so everybody they're taking their I think what they have is like an 8 month payout, like eight, right? Are you actually getting gas?
An 8 month payout.
Yeah, they have 8 months
Oh, yeah.
of
Hmm.
paychecks and they have to leave. But yet Cash Patel wasn't put in yet. Not that that's all I mean, Cash Patel is going to be the head of the FBI. So who is doing? Is it all? I mean, Elon did the research. This is fucking Elon. God, no, people. No, no, no. It just doesn't. If it doesn't make sense, it can't be true. It just doesn't make sense that Elon Musk is like helping run this country. I'm sorry. It either Patch is right and Elon Musk is Christopher Reeve, and it's all a fucking act. It just doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't make sense. But then what does? Nothing makes sense anymore. Nothing makes sense. So I have to apologize. I must have had a real big brain fart, or I just remember looking shit up, probably prior to Google, thinking there was only 80 million, not 8 million, 80 million Catholics. But apparently there's 2.3 billion Christians.
Hmm.
I can't
But that
imagine how
includes
I made
our
that mistake. That's just not like me. And that's a big one. That's like a doozy. Makes me think sometimes I'm trying to talk myself out of something. And I am aware of these things, believe me. One time, Joe, you're frozen again, and it's so cool when you freeze because it's cool when you freeze. Get it? No, okay. I was having religious discussions with
Am I frozen now?
no, I was having religious discussions with a lot of people that were, well, in that category, like they weren't just religious, some were ministers, one was a priest, and blah 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 for a couple of it was just an ongoing thing that I did, and I tried to go to online church, and I did all this stuff, and I still do fight with this man, Bill, Bill Black, Joe.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry,
I
Bill, I
know. I
love you to
know.
death, and it's a love-hate kind of thing.
Hmm.
But he's extremely, religious. He's awake, though. Bill is totally awake. He believes everything else except for the flat
Hmm.
earth. He believes everything I say except for the God thing, right? Religion. And it was a really nasty fight the way we left it off. Argument. I wouldn't say fight, just an argument. Bill always bothers me anyhow. That's another story for another time. But I remember going to sleep that night and thinking, um, it doesn't hurt to pray, or I don't remember exactly, but I was obviously God was on my mind. As I was falling asleep, I felt my lips move, and whatever it was said, I love you out of my own lips. This is no joke, okay? You're talking to someone who believes they met Jesus before they were born. I have a memory since I was a child, and I thought everybody did, you know. He told me I was going to be called Carolyn, and he said, "Hey, you're going to go there." There were these three thrones, thrones like king's chairs. The middle one was lit. I was a simple being. I was just like eyes, I wasn't, there was nothing to me. I just could see. That's, but I could see Jesus. I could see Jesus. And he took me by whatever, it felt like a hand, and walked me over to this middle throne, which had a garment laying on one of the arms. I swear, I remember this like since I'm a baby. I remember this being born. And Jesus told me, and I always assumed it was just Jesus, right? And he told me that I was going to be born and I was going to be Carolyn. At the same time, mom, they couldn't wake her up in the hospital. She was having a hard time with the birth, I guess, and they knocked her out so much they couldn't wake her up. They were smacking her to wake up. Well, she was having a dream about flying through fire where she thought she was dying, going to burn in hell. She told me this just only a couple of years before she passed. I didn't even know. I did not know. She probably didn't remember. I have told her this before, my thing, my story, but she probably didn't remember it in her 70s, 80s, whatever, late 70s at this time. And I couldn't believe that she remembered that, and she told me, she was like, yeah, I I thought I was going to die. And I remember waking up and the nurses were hitting me. They were still slapping my face, wake up. So it's very bizarre that I had seen Jesus, or always assumed it was, and that mom thought she was going to hell when I was born. So you see, there are things that I accept. I also accept that the brain does not handle things well because we don't use our full brains. So when I'm very passionate and get pissed at people and I'm like, no religion, no religion. I'm not even saying I'm against it. I'm saying you just got to be diverse and think outside the box. And you can believe all you want, but you have to have a slimmer of doubt to be human. To rationalize. It's like you could know somebody for all your life and then find out that they were a pedophile. Do you know what I mean? This happens. Where what's that song? Janie's Got a Gun? Did you ever hear that song? It's an old song by Aerosmith. 90s song. Janie's got a gun. What did her daddy do? With something, I'm coming for you. So this song, because it's such a good song, nobody thinks of looking at the lyrics. I remember looking at these years ago. It just came to me because I don't know why these things come to me, but the girl, is being molested by her own father. That's why Jamie has a gun. And she took it out on her classmates or something, or she was going to kill herself or kill him or something. But the cops end up getting him at the end of the video. That's pretty much all I remember about the song, but these people write about what they know. I'll just say that as a fact. Joe, do we know what we're saying? Joe, do we know what we're going to say? Joe, do we know? Joe,
Do not know what we're going to say.
how about treason is afoot?
Treason is afoot. I love
Treason
it.
is afoot. My father would be proud.
Crooked motherfuckers.
Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, Sherlock Holmes, right?
I love it. I love it. I love it. That's what
Dad
I'm
would be
saying.
proud. Well,
Shit.
I watched Sherlock Holmes since I was a kid. You know why? Did I ever tell you why I like riddles? Big riddle fan. I mean, I've learned riddles since I'm a kid. That's probably why I like conspiracies, right? My father's best friend was a math teacher, and he would come over, Mr. Gudula. He would come over once in a while. He's probably still alive. I wouldn't doubt it. Mama's boy, because he was in his 50s already and still living with mom. But he would come over and it would get my attention. I was like 4 or 5, and he would give me these riddles. And a lot of them were yes and no question. Like I was allowed to ask yes and no questions. It's probably what got me asking questions so well, like why? And boy, every time he came over, he would have a couple of riddles. And I'd always be the one to figure him out. I was the youngest. Always, well, or I was always the one to I would keep asking questions. I was allowed to. He would use the word irrelevant. Well, that's irrelevant. So I learned at like 4 years old, irrelevant means it doesn't matter. That's what he would use. He would be like, yes, no, or irrelevant. I will play. I did one of those riddles. And to my surprise, Patch got it very quick. But there is a tell in the riddle. Actually, this one I think somebody else told me, but it's what's greater than God? What's more evil than the devil? The rich don't want it, the poor have it, and if you eat it, you die. Fantastic riddle. Yes, I got it pretty quick. Not as quick as Patch, I don't think. But
I
then,
heard this riddle before.
yes, I've said it. I put it on a live before. We had a winner.
Yes.
But I had I had to disqualify Patch because we were on Zoom talking about it and he just like came out and said it a few minutes later. And I'm like, holy shit. Took me about 20 minutes to get. But then I was already had a six pack of me. I'm going out tonight. I'm going to party. This girl's going out. Is that bad? I wanted to get my phone to check on the chat, although I didn't share Joe.
I
Um,
did.
I mean, I haven't gone out in like 7 years. I haven't gone out anywhere in like forever. Like, it's about time I go somewhere. I want to see if anybody knows what to say. Oh, the
See this
guy's
foot?
here. Hello, 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 everybody. Why doesn't it work? I don't understand YouTube sometimes. Give me a break, guys. Okay, there you go. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Oops, sorry, sorry, sorry. Do you guys hear Hawkeye barking? No, right?
Barely. Heard a bark.
You want him out here? Okay, come.
Here's a
Sorry,
bark.
guys. Come, 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 come. Get over here, you. Stop being silly. Okay. Shh, shush. No. Hawkeye. All right, come here. I might
Now
have
traveling
to,
north.
I might have to end the. I can't hear. Come, please. How far are you?
Just a little bit.
You don't hear Hawkeye?
Traveling north. We're traveling north.
Get your butt over here. Get over here. Come here. Come up here. Come. Hey, get your butt over here. Come here. Get up here. Up here. Ugh. The guys are here to do work, so of course.
Traffic is not too bad.
Say hi to everybody. Say hi to Uncle Joe.
Hey, guy. What's up, buddy?
What? Who's that's a no? Oh, he wants to protect. He wants to protect his daddy. I think we're gonna have to get along. Hi, Hawkeye. Come on now. Come, Hawkeye. No, baby. Come. Oh no.
Yeah, yeah, folks. Come on.
You hear that or no? Well, this isn't much of a live.
Young.
So I think I told that chicken joke wrong too yesterday. Hawkeye, come please. Um, I did the first half. Well, I mean, you kind of got it. It was the chicken and the egg. They're laying in bed and they're having a lot of fun. Hawkeye, please stop. And the chicken when it's over, is like smoking a cigarette, stretching out, loving it, ready to pass out. And the egg is all frustrated, is what I should have said. He's all frustrated. He's like, "Poof." And then that answers that question, who came first? I did
That's
it,
right.
Mom. Yeah, Helen, I know. Hawkeye's because we have people fixing the fan inside, and he's Hawkeye.
Hey, got us late.
I'm
Mike's,
just
Mike's gonna stay down here, so I'll bring Walker over.
All
okay.
right,
That's
go.
a good idea.
Yeah, you got the cat down out here or no?
No.
Don't matter.
Yeah, he'll be okay.
Here we
What
go.
are they gonna steal at the front door? Okay, Helen, we need something
Right
for
here.
Joe's
Watch out.
bag.
Listen. Treason is afoot, you crooked fucker.
Oh, you did say it. Treason is up. Oh, you didn't say mother. You're not saying mother anymore. I love it. All right. I know, Helen. I know. What are you gonna do? You gotta see. I have so many cat videos for you, Mama. Unreal, the ones I've been watching. Cats taking care of dogs and stuff. Um, I guess that's it. Now that he left, now that John took the dog upstairs. Talked about 9/11 yesterday. I talked about the names. I want to go talk to a few people about, I don't know what happened with Dana. The other day he was going to come on too about the flat earth. It's difficult. It's difficult. And I guarantee he didn't find anything from Q about it. I I have a problem mostly with because of what's going on now, because anybody could buy a GoPro cam without fisheye and take balloons and have it go above the earth, and it shows us that the earth is. I have problems with seeing things. Um, like Patch always said, like why was the map flat? Um, because people didn't know how to draw 3D 3,000 years ago. That's my answer to that. And it's possible that they imagined some of the places because I can't see a little Japanese guy going around the world. It just doesn't make sense to me. How does a Japanese guy go all the way around the world, which hasn't been traveled yet? There's some things that I need to go over at Patch because it's like I love to believe in conspiracies. I do, but this whole how could Jews be black? How could they have he's saying that the people that are Jewish right now are not really Jewish, is basically what he's saying. Because there's no way that they turn from black to white in a millennia even. It's just no way. In fact, I don't even believe black people are black because of the sun, or Chinese people are slanty-eyed because of rice. It makes no fucking sense, my friends. All right? White people can get tanned as much as they want, and they will never have that genetics. It it didn't come from the fucking sun. I'm sorry. I don't know. I can't believe in these I can't. I can't believe in the in our regular history. Not all of it. And it's so hard to bite your tongue sometimes. See, that's the only thing. If Trump knows something about the Gulf of Mexico that I'm not familiar with, but it doesn't seem like he even had a reason. It was kind of like fun. And I'm just not good with that. It doesn't sit well with me. You got to tell me something. Give me something. Give me a fucking reason. You could have collected money if it was about money. You didn't have to change the name. Sorry. I'm gonna go on about that for a while. That my dad's turning in his grave, I'm sure. Or maybe not. Who knows? Who knows? I just don't, I don't know. I don't appreciate it. Oh, good morning, Susan. How's everything going? Joe's almost at work. So we didn't really come on. We just came on to chit chat for a little bit, not really, we didn't have much news. I don't even think you looked up to, no, he didn't have time.
I have not looked up. I have time to look up anything this morning. I
Listen,
got up late.
I didn't sleep, right?
Crazy one.
I've been up since 10:30 yesterday morning. So it's what, 24 hours? And I feel, yeah, it is 24 hours.
Yeah,
And I feel
yeah.
fine.
I don't see
I
how
could
you
not
can do
sleep.
that.
Huh?
I don't see how you can do that, man. I guess.
I wish I knew because I'd like to do it more often. Just stay up all night, right? That's a really nice picture of you, Joe, but it also means you froze because you're cool. No, okay, I'll stop with that. All right, so I apologized about the religion thing. When you were looking it up and saying it, I was still in disbelief
Yeah.
that I remembered wrong or that it just didn't sound right to me. Now, if I
Yep.
had confused it with Judaism, which is possible, it's more towards the number of 8 million. I think Judaism was like 15 million, I said 14, 15 million. My research was over 20 years ago. But that doesn't, how does the fucking Holocaust happen with only that amount of Jews now? We
Right.
we doubled the earth since the 80s. We doubled in population. So how did the Jews get left? Did they all die there? I mean, did the Germans actually get all the Jews? They didn't get them from all over the
No, they
world,
didn't get them all.
only in Eastern
No,
Europe.
they didn't get them all.
It
They
doesn't,
didn't get them all.
fuck, man. I'm thinking
Hey, I gotta go,
everything.
man. I'm at work, so I gotta go. See you guys.
Bye,
Thanks for
brother.
listening. Peace out. Love y'all. Yes, I will. Peace out, man.
Yeah, I don't understand how I just don't believe. And I know there's a lot of you out there, like, like me, like Helen and Susan right now that are watching. Absolutely. I know you guys believe me too. Um, that our history is totally, well, a lot of it is fabricated, a lot of it. And I just keep seeing more and more and more. And it hits me when I hear it from other people, and I'm like, oh, that doesn't sound right. But we're all going to learn together, and hopefully Trump is going to have all this stuff come out. I hope Cash Patel gets into office soon. Elon keep doing his job. We got Noam and oh, we got some really good people, don't we? The only one I'm still not happy with is JD Vance. What are you gonna do? You can't win them all. Love you guys. Have a wonderful day. And we shall see you either later or tomorrow. Not sure, not sure. Bye, Mama Helen. Bye, Susan.